It's like what they ask you at the hospital. They're like, "Do you want to hurt anybody, or do you want to hurt yourself, or do you?" And it's like, how are you? Are you like trying to fucking fuck with me about the Fifth Amendment? It says that I have right not to incriminate myself. When I answered him, I told him, I said, "All right, I see your fucking games here. I see what kind of game you're trying to say. Do I want to hurt somebody? Do I want to fucking hurt somebody that's trying to hurt me?" So I asked the doctor. I said, "Let me ask you a question. If somebody broke in your house, would you hit him with a baseball bat? Would you mace him? Would you shoot him? What would you do?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, well, fuck, you might incriminate yourself if you said anything, wouldn't you? I said, "What are you trying to do to me?"
No, that's just a qualifier.
I mean, because every fucking religion you go to, and this is a Barnes Jewish hospital,
Yeah.
and it says, Moses is very clear, if somebody breaks into your house and you have a right to kill them, and you have no blood guilt.
Well,
So what are you saying? You shouldn't be working here?
Oh, because it's part of Jewish. That's just the name of two hospitals.
Like, you're anti-religion? Not only are you anti-religion, you're anti-God.
There's a Jewish hospital incorporation in this business.
Right. So what Jewish person is actually working there? Is there actually any Jewish people there at all?
Yeah, some staff.
Right.
They're there, but
you just say it just because. All the fucking Jewish people go to Straub's and fucking charge you exorbitant amount of money for a fucking $2 fucking Coke.
There's like Bethesda. That's
Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It started one way,
It's nonsense. I mean, it's how Jesus started with Lucifer. Started one way, started out like, oh, the sun in the morning. He fucking comes up every day. He wakes the sunrise. He's Venus and stuff. Lucifer, and then it became, he's the devil. He's the devil.
How old that name is or what language it comes from. But the devil was many years before Jesus came around. One thing, and that's something too that's curious. Okay, the Old Testament is by far the biggest part of the Bible. By how many? Like
oh yeah, by far. I think the New Testament is fucking pathetic.
Well,
I honestly think that the New Testament is pathetic, and how all these preachers are always saying, Paul was such a great person, but it's probably me because I am not that person. I'm not them, and I'm being me. I'm actually being a terrible person by saying you shouldn't place so much emphasis on Paul, because that's actually how they feel, and that's what gives them their inspiration and their hope and their faith. Paul, they really resonate with Paul. Well, but is that such a bad thing? Like, if you resonate with somebody and it gets you to God, that's pretty cool. And we should be the bigger person to try to understand that.
But remember,
I resonate with people like Elijah. I like Elijah. I like...
Elijah is a prophet. He's not a Christian prophet.
I understand Jeremiah was a crier. He was a crybaby. Jeremiah liked to cry all the time. So that's pretty cool. But he's all like, if you don't fucking get this shit out of here, I'm gonna fucking have God destroy all you motherfuckers. And he's crying the whole time. He's like, fuck, I made this shit.
He might be. Maybe he's drunk, maybe high.
Maybe he's on DMT.
But he's drunk then too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is. There's even a part that refers to a substance that is for the entertainment and joys of only
I can hear you?
No, a substance that is for the enjoyment of God's too much working with.
Soma. Soma. It's what they talk about in Hinduism, which is in Greek it was ambrosia.
Yeah, there's all kinds of mentions of things. I mean, they stumble across stuff too.
Say it comes from the moon. They say it comes from different places. It's like the nectar of the gods. And
why alcohol stuck so much? I don't know. It must have been easy, and it must have been easy.
See, that's what I kind of figure. I always kind of thought like maybe alcohol is ambrosia, or maybe alcohol is soma.
A soma?
Yeah, from Hinduism.
Is that a Hindu word too? Oh my God, that's weird. Soma's a muscle relaxer.
Yeah, somatonic.
Yeah, it's real strong.
Those words are very similar because actually we get a lot of our words from Hinduism. But if you do a Google search and you say, how many words are in the English language, it might tell you like fucking 1 million or something like that, or some ungodly number, but do they really know? But anyways, it'll tell you some number. But if you say, how many words were, okay Google, how many words were in the Hindu language? it'll fucking come up blank. But we got a lot of mathematics from them and shit like that.
And if you, maybe a lot of the, there are certain cultures that have religions that make the culture just stand still. You know, like all the Islamic ones, most of them, they're like they are because their religion dictates that they can only do that. Well, we have those too. You know, Amish, they can only have horse and buggies because God tells them.
God tells them what?
God tells them they can only have horse and buggies. They can't have electricity. But I don't think God tells them that. Somebody does, but God don't.
Maybe God does. Maybe God's like, yeah, you know, I know you guys want to stop, but just fuck them up a little bit more.
Christian Science.
I want to see how deep their heart is. I want to see what's in their heart.
Could be too. Well, I mean, like this.
I searched the heart of God. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I've been here for 1,000,000 years. Or I've been here for fucking 20... There's no time compared to me.
Well, there isn't. It's what it is.
You know?
Time.
And I don't see why that's disrespectful.
It's not. That's
If somebody wants to say, that's disrespectful, I don't see why it's disrespectful. Because God can say whatever the hell he wants. And it's just a little joke.
Right, he's not
And I'm sure if I can make God laugh, that will be a pretty freaking cool thing to do.
God, what would you think if I said, fuck you?
Huh?
I'm still here, aren't I? Fuck you, God.
Oh, yeah. Screw you!
Well, see, I don't think I'm all that to worry about.
No. Bless you, Lord.
Well, I have this counted on that.
Yeah.
Anything.
But I do say that sometimes. I'm like, fuck this shit! Fuck you! You motherfucker! You fucking do this shit to me! And the next day I'm like, man, why did I say that? I can't believe I just did that.
I get elsewhere because, you know, I mean, I don't know. There's this God that I was taught about, all that crap.
There's a lighter in here.
Oh, that I'm, you know, supposed to believe does this and that. And he doesn't do anything.
Callie.
He doesn't do anything.
I like Callie, where she goes like this.
Who's that?
Callie.
Who's that?
In Hinduism, she's a fucking goddess of like death and shit. She goes like this. She's like.
Oh, that's that kind of a Medusa.
Callie is fucking cool.
Is she a woman?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe that.
You know, I have a picture of Shiva at home. Shiva in Hinduism. I swear it looks like my mom.
Well,
Shiva looks like my mom. But Shiva is androgynous. It's supposed to be like male and female at the same time.
Well, is she attractive? I mean, does she look bad? I mean,
I don't know. They're like, in the Bible, they're all like, you should have no other gods before me. I'm like, well, it's not before you. I'm like, am I supposed to put the painting on the floor? Am I like not supposed to look at it or what?
If you don't put it, thanks, because people won't listen to that, they don't want to.
Holy shit.
But you still have no other gods before me. That doesn't say don't make God out of your car, don't make God out of your house, don't make God out of
right, don't worship money.
It says there's other gods don't worship.
You could say don't worship money.
Well, yeah, but they didn't have money.
A lot of people worship money.
Yeah, but that's not...
Money is like their God.
Christianity will teach that's not what... He's not saying other gods. It changes it into you pay more attention to something like God. Well, that's not what it says. It says God. Don't
right,
worship
that's what I'm saying, that God is the truth. God is the truth. And if you logically understand these things, and you logically understand that it did say that Jesus is the Logos, which means logic in Greek, and it's a marriage between those different things, and he's the bridegroom, or whatever you say, and then it makes more sense. But it takes a lot of understanding, and it takes a lot of knowledge, and it takes a lot of fuck-ups, too.
Well, I was meaning earlier, too. You know, it's the Old Testament, here's the New Testament, here's the Old. You gotta remember, the New Testament, that's the Christian part, so there's no Christian to it. That's the faith of the Jewish people. It's Hebrew. No, I mean, it's Judaism. anyway.
Well, do you know
there all at once there's a triune God, but where the New Testament is not mentioned at all. There's just God. That's it.
well, like for example, people always say there's a contradiction in the Bible.
Well, that's kind of something.
And you can read it on the same page sometimes. A lot of times you can read there's a contradiction there. They'll say one thing and they'll say the opposite. That's like that duality thing I was talking about. And it's like, how do you know, like, when you get those lines close together, like, where's the boundary?
Yeah, there you go.
You know? And Solomon's like, wait a minute, it's good to be this way. And then he's like, wait a minute, no, it's good to be this way. He's like, wait a minute, no, it's good. It's like this indecision. But if he has the wisdom, then how the fuck can he not know that? And maybe the wisdom is knowing that there's two of them and knowing the difference.
Or there's more than one way that's good of everything.
Right.
I just don't like definite.
There's ways it's good. There's ways that better. There's
wrong,
there's better
all
things.
right. You know, it just happens. You know. Yeah.
You want to smoke that shit?
I haven't for all this.
You want to smoke that shit?
I might. I don't know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. It's not like.
I'm gonna do some gummy bears.
It's not. It's not like
500 milligrams THC or fucking 1,000 milligrams THC.
Bad or wrong, I think it's wrong. It's when I do way too much of it to where it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's not high anymore, and it runs it. You know, it gets kind of old after on. It's better. I enjoy talking to you. I mean, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, I play with it because it's like.
You can't. You get higher off of just straight up fucking knowledge and shit.
Well, you should. You can use things.
But I do like alcohol a lot.
But it's okay. I used to.
And I used to never. I never drank until I was like 25 years old.
Oh wow.
I never used to drink. The first time I tried, like first few times, I remember I tried alcohol. Like I remember one time when I was 17, I fucking broke into a liquor store.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble for it. But we stole alcohol. We stole alcohol and ice cream and candy bars.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, you should have.
But we took the alcohol because everybody. I guess we figured like we didn't really think about what we were doing. We just did it. But we took the alcohol. We're thinking. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can understand like why we might take the ice cream and the candy bars.
Yeah.
But we took the alcohol because it was like.
Oh, that's for
everybody's always talking about alcohol all the time, and we tried drinking it, and we were like, "What the fuck is this? Like, why are people drinking this shit?
Oh,
it fucked us up." And we left it out in the middle of the field somewhere. I'm like, bottles and bottles and bottles of fucking alcohol. Oh, I got a lot of stories.
Well, we drank, you know, when I'm from it was at that time anyway. But it was, I went to taverns when I was 16 and drank.
I'll tell you a really funny story.
Well, it wasn't anything that was alien to me. You know, I already knew it. When I was young. My Germans drink all the time.
It was totally alien to us. And whenever I started getting, like, crazy and shit, I was like, give me that beer. I'm drinking it.
Well, yeah. You mean when you have problems with the wasted thing, or when you just because you're nervous? That's natural.
Shit, I don't know.
Well, it's self-medication. It's controlled.
It's self-medicating.
Yeah, so
it's self-medicating. That's what it is. But I keep hearing people saying, "Oh, you're fine. You're not sick. You're not fucked up." I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm fucked up. Why am I doing this shit for them? If I'm not fucked up, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, are you really trying to tell me, like, you're it's really like they're just trying to take a dig at me. Like, they're trying to say, my problems are way worse than yours. You're a fucking little baby.
Oh, that's how they play it. No, everybody's problems are big problems at the time.
Alright, let me just tell you the story.
What?
I got a couple stories, actually. So, it's like people saying, going around, crazy people saying, I'm Jesus. I'm Jesus. Like, do you really want to be Jesus? Have you thought this through?
Yeah.
Have you thought this through? Really, have you thought exactly what you're saying, that you want to be Jesus? How about Satan? I want to be God.
We can't. That lighter don't.
Satan says all the time, I want to be God. Have you really thought this through, that you want to be God? Are you sure that you want to be God? Are you really fucking sure?
I think he wants to be.
Like, you know that you can't do that and everything. Like, come on now.
So
He's
you
being
did-
stupid.
You did want to be God. Yeah. That's what.
That's why I'm starting to wonder. I'm like, is there even a Satan at all? Or is it just like this reincarnation of some kind of fucking strange ass spirit or something?
I got it too hot. That's what I'm doing.
Makes me nervous.
I won't contaminate there. Believe me, it's not death, not that. Only reason I did that is because when I started saying inhale it, open the window a little bit. Oh wait, no, is it open? No, open that window. Oh wow, I'm not trying to blow that. It got too hot. I had to get rid of it quick. It'll burn it. It dissipates real quick.
Freaks me out.
Push the air conditioner back on. I'm done for a while.
You know, like when they get in them cars and they fucking hotbox it or whatever they call it, and my kneecaps keep tingling all day today. I don't know why.
Really?
My kneecaps fucking keep tingling, especially when I do this.
Was it you and
My
I?
kneecaps are tingling.
Was it you and I were talking about the hot spots? Like I have little tiny areas once in a while,
Tactile.
where it feels like it's
That's
hot.
meditation. I have them all the time, but you have to be very perceptive and be very aware, and that's how you meditate.
Meditate, they
That's
heard.
like leading into how meditation is.
I
It's
meditating.
where the spirit and the physical world come together.
They heard no.
Sometimes they feel painful, but then you have to ask yourself, like, what is pain? What exactly is pain?
Whatever this dictates it to be.
Right. Whatever.
Pain's not here. It's
Some
there.
of it is like learned behaviors.
Yeah, but I've never had that before. It's just a funny thing. If it happens,
I had
one
it
time,
yesterday.
I wouldn't think
All of a
much
sudden,
of
my
it.
foot felt like there was like this warmth there, like a heater of some kind, or
Well, it
heat
felt,
coming,
I get that.
and I
get,
couldn't
like, little
figure out
pinpoints, too.
where it was coming from.
I don't know. I get them like pinpoint, like just in like.
And your mind starts thinking up all these things,
And I
and
get,
you're like,
like,
no,
some
that's
warmth.
not true, that's not true, that's not true,
like
that's
a
not
bone
true.
in my pocket, but it's not there. But it's warm. There. You know, like it is there, but it's laying over there.
Right.
And I thought, the first few times I kind of discounted it, and then once in a while I started getting to the end. Now lately, today it's not been bad, but maybe it will. But if I notice it, I'm going to tell you. I don't know why anything would do your brain. It's all in your brain, yes.
Well,
but why is it pinpointing those areas? It's doing something. It's telling
your
something.
central nervous system is electricity.
Oh yeah, we're all electricians.
So you could say a lot just going that way.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the way we want to go right now. So
No,
maybe
it's
we could
just
just
weird.
skip this conversation.
Well,
Well,
if
and Tom,
you
come
notice,
back to you later.
Later, say something. So maybe we can see what stimulation does that.
You have to be a scientist about it. You have to be very
Yeah, just
scientific,
kind of, I'm
and you have
relaxed
to
about
you have
it.
to be in the scientific method, and you have to be like,
What would it?
what is this investigation, and how does this work, and I know, and I'm not gonna listen to this, and this is what my mind goes to,
Well, I
but
know
I'm not
how
gonna.
it could happen. I was just kind of curious about
There's different,
why
all
it would
kinds of different
cause-
ways of thinking about things.
Yeah, I'm just full of curiosity.
Let me tell you this story though. So after we robbed that liquor store when we were like 17 and shit, thinking we're fucking Billy Badasses or whatever the hell you want to say, and stole the liquor and the ice cream and the candy bars and fucking ate the ice cream and the candy bars and fucking spit out the liquor and threw it in a field somewhere. Like a bunch of bottles of liquor. We had bags of it. We stole all
wow.
that shit.
You should.
We didn't think to steal the lottery tickets. But,
Oh, that wouldn't work.
we didn't think of like the stupid shit. We just did it. It was just something that we just did.
That's
And we
good.
got caught. And they're
Oh.
like, why did you do this? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess I was fucking angry at my mom or something.
Oh, you're trying to punish somebody else. I get it. Yeah.
But anyways, they made me go.
Like,
They made me go to jail for a summer. They made me go to jail, and then they wiped it off my record.
Yeah. But they could,
And
you don't look like the type at all.
Oh, yeah.
Sound like it.
yeah, so when I was in the jail, they made me trustee.
Uh-huh.
And so they put me outside, and then one day the cops came up, and we didn't really have to fucking do anything. We had to cut the grass every weekend, and it was really a good time. We got to eat as much as we want, and I got to listen to a bunch of old guys give me all their wisdom, you know?
Oh, that's okay.
And I thought that was
Take all the
fine.
good stuff from it.
And You know, there was this one cop, they called him Prickett. His name was Pickett, and they called him Prickett. Shit like that, you know? But he was really a cool person. But they were just saying, like, it was like their little thing, they fuck with everybody, and everybody gets fucked with. But, you know, they had nicknames for everybody. But, the detectives, a whole bunch of detectives came up one day, and this was down in the country. Down in the country is what they say, like, the good old boys, right? Like, the cops, the police down there, and the cops down there are fucking way the fuck cooler than if you go to the Justice Center downtown.
Yeah,
the Justice Center is shit.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers and don't know what the hell they're talking about, can't even spell your name right, never fucking, don't have higher than a fucking 8th grade education, and all kinds of shit, you know? But this detective comes up to me, he goes, "Hey boy, come over here." I'm like, "Yes sir." And he goes, "You smoke weed?" And I just started smoking weed. I just started trying weed. I smoked weed when I was like 13, but I didn't like it. It fucked me up. I was like, what the hell is this? And it fucked me up. I actually got bit by a dog when I smoked weed because I was so high. I didn't even realize I was high. And the dog, I was like, "Hey little doggy." And and the dog bit me. And I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm high." But I didn't like it.
Well, that'd be a good reason.
I guess my brain wasn't developed enough or something. But anyways.
Well, you got a negative consequence immediately.
Yeah, that too.
That'll work out.
But anyways, I tried some weed right before that, and I was like, "Man, I like this shit." I was like, "This stuff's good." And so the detective comes up to me and goes, "Hey boy, you smoke weed?" I was like, "No sir." I didn't want to lie, but I'm like, yes. What do you say? Somebody comes up and say, "Hey boy, come over here. You smoke weed?" No.
Well,
like he just knows. Like he's like telling you basically. He's like, "Say no." That's what it was like. He was like telling me, "Say no." Like I'm gonna put him on the spot to where he has to say no. Because he knew what he was about to do. But check this out. So he's like, "Come over here and help us." So he takes me up on the hill, and I remember going in there, like they had like this big storage shed, like bigger than this fucking building, huge ass fucking. They had boats, they had jet skis, they had motorcycles, they had all kinds of shit in there that they fucking confiscated. Mm-hmm. And the next thing I know, they're bringing in all this marijuana on trucks. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking plants that are like 10-foot motherfucking tall. I didn't even know a marijuana plant got that tall. Get fucking 10-foot, 12-foot tall, whatever the hell it was. And
way above corn.
That's like the last thing I remember. Throwing all this marijuana into this giant burn pit.
Yeah.
That's the last motherfucking thing I remember. So I know not only was I fucking high off my mind, they were all fucking high off their mind, and that fucking cop knew what he was doing. And so the next day I come out and I'm sitting there in the chair. I did all the thing. I emptied the cigarette butts. I fucking cut the grass. I did all this shit. And I'm thinking, I'm like, what the fuck just happened yesterday? And it hit me. I'm like, there's a bunch of weed up there. And I'm like, it was next to the shooting range.
Do you
I remember thinking this, and I remember thinking, I want to go up there and get that weed and see if there's anything left. Because even if you burn that much weed, there's got to be something left. And I'm thinking, it's next to the shooting range, and these cops are always telling me, don't go up to the shooting range because they'll fucking shoot you. But I just felt like it wasn't going to happen. I just felt like I wasn't going to get shot. Nobody would see me. Nobody would ever know anything what would happen. And I did. I walked right up there, grabbed as much weed as I could, and fucking brought it back and stuffed it in the drawer of the garage at the jail, where I used to sit all the time after I was done with my work and wait for the police to come up and say, "Hey, come up and wash my car," you know. And the whole motherfucking time I was in jail, I was high off my ass.
That's why they didn't.
High off my balls.
You weren't gonna get shot. You were gonna fuck up.
Yeah, well, I guess they never knew, but I kind of think they did know because they had to know because I'd be out there washing their car and I would start giggling like a motherfucker, making jokes and all
they
kind.
know a
Weed
lot.
used to affect me a lot different than it
They
did
know a
now.
lot more, but everybody knows a lot more, but
But I would be
like your
giggling and
parents, just
shit
think
and
they
just
don't know
making
you.
jokes and laughing about
They
everything.
do that.
And they're like, I just know that they had to know that I was fucking high.
Well, they guess
If they didn't know it now, they might be thinking about it when they go home at night and lay in bed and think, is that kid high?
maybe they work. That's a stressful job. Maybe
But they were
too.
cool people. They call them
They
good
might
old
be-
boys,
might
man. I
be real
believe it.
cool
They're
all
good
the
old
time.
boys.
And
They were totally cool
they
about it. They're like, we don't care if you smoke weed, man. Just don't fucking smoke crack.
Maybe they don't, you don't think they got high from the fire.
That's kind of like what they were telling me.
Yeah. There you go. It's they don't. Cops are just people.
Yeah, they're just people, you know.
Some of them are assholes, but not.
Oh,
not as many as
there's this
they-
one chick. Her name was fucking Billy Joe or something like that. Well, she was like a total, fucking had a mullet, dressed like a boy, fucking was like, eat your dick.
He probably had bull eyes, you know. I mean,
it was like all guys, but they were all cool. They were all like a family, and
man,
I mean the guy, his name, I remember Gerling was the sergeant. He was so cool. He used to tell me about doing the tractor pulls and shit like that.
Yeah, people are just, they're a little more, I don't know, where there's a lighter population. It's a lot, you know, more casual. It's a lot more, it's slower. It's not so intense because there's not people in the
Yeah.
intense.
You high?
Kinda. But I'm from a small town.
Huh?
I'm from a little town.
You're gonna take a nap?
No, I'm from a small town.
Oh, you're from a small town. Where are you
Yes, I
from?
am.
I was wondering that.
I'm from a small town.
Which one?
I'm from Chester, Illinois.
Oh, okay. That's from Southern Illinois. We were talking about that the other night.
Yeah, so I'm from a little town.
It's coming back to me a little bit.
Yeah, I lived in a little town for 45 years, same town. So I'm a small town boy, and I'm not really anything much like what I supposed to be. I'm just
I had another story. I'm trying to remember it.
like growing up between Mayberry and Bedford Falls, or whatever Beaver was. I believe it's Beaver, not the other time. It was.
Well, the plan was, because I was still 17 and I had like 1 or 2 more years of school left or something like that. And the plan was for me to go to school, and then when I got out of jail, because in Missouri, if you're 17, you're legal to prosecute. But my friends were just like a couple months underage, so I was the only one that had to go. But I went.
You was what you said. My head's got to get out. Why did they do that?
It was kind of a cool experience. I mean, they didn't really treat me too bad. They were
No.
trying to make me pay in money, and I didn't have it. But I ended up, I got my GED, and I went to some college.
Yeah, that's fine. Those places, that's all right. Yeah.
And then I got disillusioned with college. I was like, man, these motherfuckers are stupid. What the fuck? I'm smarter than all my fucking teachers. I'm like, I thought college would be different. I'm like, I've been in fucking high school, and I kept realizing I'm fucking smarter than all my teachers. And then I got to college, I'm thinking, it's gonna be different. It wasn't different. It was the same fucking thing.
Teachers aren't the brightest people. in the
Dude, they're
class.
fucking stupid.
Well,
I mean, at least you could be a nice person, like my 4th fucking grade teacher, and say, oh, he's actually an honest person. You know, they have to say, oh, he's a little piece of shit.
There are good ones. You know, it just depends.
I had a history teacher in 7th grade. He was pretty cool. He was in the military, Mr. Severson. He was really hard, but I liked it. I thought it was like challenging. I was like, he's making me do the work. He's making me do the work. Like, I don't have a fucking choice, and I'm gonna learn something here, and I'm gonna fucking impress my teacher.
You could have did it on time.
Huh?
You had a choice. You could have not done the work. He's not gonna tell you. Boy, you do it.
I thought it was interesting. I remember that was like the moment when I felt like that was the moment when I started questioning things. Was like one day we were sitting in class, and I had a friend, and his mom worked for Leclerc Gas.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that, and he was really smart. I kept thinking, man, he's smart. He's smart. I don't even think he was my friend then. I think he was like, I was like, he was smart, and I was like, I want to be his friend, and I want to talk to him, and I want to get to know him and pick his brain. And we were sitting in class one day, and my teacher asked a question, and he goes, where does this come from? And I thought it was like a game, like who could answer the question faster, and like who might get a piece of candy or some shit. I don't know. I don't think he ever gave out candy, but some teachers did. But I just thought it was like fun. Like, what else are you gonna do? You know, do something. And he said Arabs. He answered the question. He said Arabs, which was the wrong answer. He goes, no, that's not correct. But I just remember thinking in class, it was like a moment when I was like, what the fuck is an Arab? I've never heard that before. Like, what is an Arab? And it just fucking just got my mind just going. Like, I just wanted to know what this was, what that was, what all this shit was, and what the fuck is an Arab?
Well, he gave you motivation.
Yeah, like I didn't want to feel like, I don't know, like somebody had something to hold over me, like I was vulnerable or something. Like I had to know everything.
We don't have to know everything, but you got stimulation, you got motivation. That teacher was a good one.
Yeah, he was really good.
He gave you some reason to be interested.
His old students would come into class all the time. We used to see him, like the older kids, like the old high school girls would come in, and we'd be like, oh, those girls are pretty. And they would come in and say, I love you, Mr. Severson, you're my favorite teacher.
Well, and maybe
we were all like, that's pretty cool. But we were all, but he was a military guy, so he was like, sit down, shut up, don't say shit.
Really?
And we listened to him.
Well, yeah, then for some reason.
Because we respected him.
Yeah, there you go. There's something you respect that makes you want to learn what he's teaching you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's ways to teach people, and there's ways to just fuck them.
That was the same class that one time that was the first time I played the telephone game. You know what the telephone game is?
No.
The telephone game is whenever you say, here's this kid sitting in front of you, here's the kid sitting behind you, here's the kid all in a row, right?
Yeah.
So the kid in front of you, the teacher comes up and says to the first person, and he says, and they'll say, tell the person behind you. And they'll say, and they'll say, tell the person behind you. And you go, and they'll tell the next person, they'll tell the next person. And pretty soon kids will start going, what the hell did you just say? And then you get to the end and it's like something completely outrageous and totally different than the first time that whatever he told them. That's the telephone game.
In a circle. I know what it should be. And it would come out like what you started with and what was said is not the same subject, not anything alike. That's funny how we do. Our brains will change things around a little bit to make it sound easier, like what you think it should be.
I remember,
and it goes just totally.
I remember there was a couple kids that objected, and they were like, "Wait a minute! I didn't get to hear what he had to say. I need to hear it again." And he was just like, "Nope. Tell the next person. Tell them what you heard."
And it's still be different. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And they're like,
corrected along the way.
"Okay."
Some of you.
I fucked your mom last night.
Yeah. But then you go, that person. Yeah, fuck your mom. That's
yeah.
Pass it on.
I think we should end there.
We'll
end it there.